The two apps used for the Starry Night program are located in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. This is the first screen of the Starry Night software. You should see the screen divided into 3 sections. If you don't, you can toggle any one of the sections on or off by using 3 parts of the icon I'm pointing to now. The section on the left is the Sky Guide. It contains useful information to help you learn how to use the Starry Night program and grade specific lessons. The middle section is what can be projected onto the dome. A toggle button in the menu bar lets you choose off or live depending if you wish the image to be projected. The section on the right is where you choose which celestial objects to view. Most of the time, I hide the Sky Guide. However, there are many useful items located in this section. I'm going to briefly go through the part of the tutorial that explains the different parts of the Starry Night menu bar. Here you choose if the middle panel is being projected onto the dome for the students to see. Sometimes you just need to start over from the beginning. Use the adaptive cursor to grab, move, rotate, and zoom the middle display. If you point to an object, it changes from a hand to a pointer. Double-click to get a dialog box with information about the object. Click on any part of the date or time to change the value. You can view from any city in the world. Click here to change your location. Now let's show you how to use the time flow control. While this is an invaluable tool, be aware that it can cause issues for students with visual sensitivities or those who tend to get nauseous easily. Notice that I've turned off the Sky View panel using the icons in the toolbar. I added a few constellations for viewing. The square is used for stop. To the right you see the play forward button and the step forward button. On the left side of stop we have reverse play and step reverse. We also see the speed indicated. A speed of 1 is real time. From the menu, let's choose 30 times speed and then press play. Here, each second is 30 seconds of real time. Now let's really speed it up. Warn students that if it makes them dizzy, they can close their eyes. You'll notice that the time indicator over to the left is reflecting the time changes. The third panel of the Starry Night screen allows you to choose objects to show in the projector. There are multiple menus, but you can also just search for any celestial body. A good place to begin our search is with the North Star. I start to type in North and you see North Star appear as a choice in the list. Put a check in the box and the North Star is now visible on the dome. By increasing the speed and putting the stars in motion, students can see the unique behavior of the North Star and why it's been an important navigation reference for thousands of years. Later, when you begin showing constellations, you'll want to teach students how to find the North Star. Let's stop the motion and find out more about the North Star by pointing to it so that the hand turns into a pointer and then clicking on it. We could have searched for the name Polaris, and that would have worked as well. To clean up the search area, I will click on the X in the right-hand corner of the screen. Previously, I had selected a few constellations to display. I did that by clicking on Explore Starry Night, then Constellations, then Sky Objects, and selecting a few constellations. Those that are highlighted are visible on the date and time presently set. Let's show all of the visible constellations. Close Sky Options. Open Display Options. The button at the bottom of the list will turn on stick figures. Since our current time is daylight, they will be hard to see. I'll fast forward to a night view. Now that we see the stick figures better, let's get their names by turning on the labels. And finally, let's see what the imaginations of ancient travelers saw when they gazed upwards by turning on the illustrations. Here's a clearer image. Now let's look at the planets. All of the menus have been collapsed. If you open the Today's Sky menu, it shows today's events from your location and date. You see from the menu that Venus is visible today. Clicking the box next to Venus makes it appear in the middle section. However, its orbit has our view very close to the Sun. We could use the same process we did before to speed through the day to see if the orbits separate, or we can go until the sun sets. Instead, let's use the hour portion of the date and time. Click on it and then use the up and down arrows on the keyboard to step backwards or forward in time. The menu next to Venus has an option of Go There. Let's jump in a rocket. The same menu has an option to magnify. You also can use the adaptive cursor to zoom in or out and to grab and rotate the planet. This is particularly useful with Saturn that has a plethora of moons. Also notice that I'm able to choose Saturn from the list, although it isn't currently viewable in our sky. That doesn't prevent you from going to the planet from the menus. The last thing to share are the simulations. Let's look at the one for seasons. Under the Favorites menu, choose Simulations, then choose Earth, Moon, and Sun, then Seasons one more time. You would use the controls to step through the different positions of the Earth as it orbits the Sun, and discover how the tilt of the Earth creates the seasons. There's also an opportunity here to talk about how sometimes we use models where size and distance of objects aren't shown to scale, and why we do that. There's a detailed lesson on our website that uses this simulation to teach seasons. It can be modified to match your curriculum needs and teaching style. Other simulations show the planets and their orbits. If you want more information, there's a copy of the Starry Night user manual on the MacBook desktop.